And I wanted to say this is that, you know, why is Jason Black attacking people that ain't even got anything to do with him? Okay, he was attacking Fresh and Fit and uh Kevin Samuels for what? What? None of these dudes actually talk about him. And see, this makes me want to get into Jason Black. Okay, because I remember I first watched Jason Black back in 2011. Okay, and you know he was doing his thing back then. See, that was even before Tommy. Okay, that was before that was like at the end of the Sergeant Willie Pete era, and you know, and the beginning of the the manosphere was just kind of starting to form. Tommy came around like around 20. I want to say Tommy got big in like, well, Tommy was already there in 2011 and 2012. Um, but he was doing his own thing though. But Jason Black came on. He had this message about towards black folks about you know black people need to own businesses. Black people need to own property. The reason black people struggle in the society is because they don't own shit. They don't own businesses. They don't own, that they can't. They don't own the politicians. That you know what I mean. They're not strategically using their money, to fend off the law enforcement and that kind of thing. That was the message that he had, and it was a very business minded message, and I always wished that he kept his message like that, because if he had, and he would have been better off. Now he was saying then that the problem with the black community is that the black community chases poverty programs. Okay, that's what he said back then, and I thought that was brilliant, because that was the same thing that I've always thought. Like, why did black people choose to pursue affordable housing and stuff like that when immigrants and stuff and all these and other groups that come here, the first thing they pursue are businesses. Okay, but when it's black people, they pursue, things like affordable housing, affirmative action. We want so many of us in those big, white owned companies and stuff. But where's the drive and the push for us to have our own companies and to be able to hire each other and that kind of thing? And so Jason Black had that message early on, and it was a good message. The only issue, okay, with Jason Black is that once the Trayvon Martin thing happened, he kind of started talking more about that kind of stuff instead of staying focused on talking about businesses and stuff like that. Okay, but in more recent times, what I've noticed with Jason Black is that he's made it a habit to attack people, and few years ago he attacked Corey Holcomb, and Corey Holcomb don't even say nothing to Jason Black. Corey Holcomb don't even fuck with Jason Black like that. Corey Holcomb got his little thing. He do, he got Zoe Williams and stuff over there. He do his thing over there with Zoe Williams, and he got Darlene and stuff over there. Corey Holcomb never even fucked with Jason Black like that, or Zoe Williams. But then at one point a few years ago, I want to say 20. It's 2021 now. I want to say 2018. I want to say or 2017. Okay, Jason Black started attacking Corey Holcomb. and Zoe Williams, and it was pointless. Like, for what? First of all, y'all don't even really have the same audience. Okay, the people that listen to Jason Black are not the people that listen to Corey Holcomb and Zoe Williams. So why would he even talk about them to begin with? You know what I mean? You know, I was like, why would he even talk about them to begin with? You know? And my whole thing is that it was pointless. You know, it was pointless what he was doing. You know what I mean? It was pointless for him to go over there and spend all that energy talking about them. And these dudes never even said a word to him. Okay? So he did his thing back in 2011. He was talking about the businesses and stuff, and he would do podcasts when he would talk about like the ridiculousness of things and how but what has happened is as time has gone on, he's become redundant and he never upgraded, his stuff. He's still talking the same stuff in 2021 that he was talking in 2011, talking down to people on the phone, yelling at, screaming at people, calling them dumb and stupid and stuff, shitting on people, you know what I mean? Shitting on, all that was pointless. You know what I mean? All that, all those antics, all those shock jock antics and stuff. And I just, then he made 7 a.m. and I just recently watched 7 a.m. 7 a.m. wasn't terrible, but it felt like there was nothing in there that I didn't already know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the stuff he was saying is stuff people already know. He was just putting it in a film format. But okay, the black community needs more businesses. Okay, we've known that for a long time in the black community. That's nothing new. That's not news. You know what I mean? That's not news. You know, but it's been this. It's like Jason Black. It's been like this slow, redundant thing. And he only has 39K subscribers, and that's on his business channel. The business channel. But see, Jason Black never cracked 100,000 subscribers, and I have some theories on why that might be. All right, I have my theories on why that might be. Number one, okay, all of these people like Kevin Samuels and O'Shea and stuff like that, the people who are blowing up, Kevin's blowing up because he's doing something dynamic, but he's also reaching out to people. A lot of the women that Kevin brings onto his show are women from his Facebook group that come onto his show. A lot of them are women from his Facebook group. You know. And the thing is, Kevin, he gets these women to interact with him. What Jason Black does is he does live streams and he says things, and then he like entices people to come on the show so they can disagree and he can insult them. He's been doing that for years. Okay, and every video is the same. Every video is him railing and ranting about white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy. Every video. He's been doing that for years. You get sick of that shit. You would think he would get sick of talking about white supremacy by now, but he hasn't. Him and Professor Black Truth do this. But they do this thing where they sit up there and they just talk about white supremacy all fucking day. Like Black people want to hear about more than white supremacy, man. You know what I mean? White supremacy ain't the only thing black people want to hear about. I know it's not the only thing I want to hear about. You know, but I know there's a lot of black YouTubers, black people in black YouTube who feel like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But Jason Black has been doing the same thing for years, and he only knows how to do that same thing. He doesn't know. Jason Black doesn't know how to do anything but talk about white supremacy all day. That's it. He's a one trick. That's all he know how to do. Now back in 2010 and 2011 and shit, and 2012, that was considered a revolutionary thing. Oh, you know, this black guy, he got on YouTube, he be talking about white supremacy all day. He be sticking it to the white people and stuff. Okay, it mesmerized people back then. Nowadays, niggas don't give a fuck about that. Nowadays, niggas is trying to get over this gender war shit. They trying to, you know, men are trying to get to these women. The women are trying to become more feminine, so that, you know, especially the black women, so they can stop losing to other races of women. The game has completely changed now. Okay, like black women now literally are spending money going to femininity school so they can learn how to be feminine, learn how to be wives, learn how to cook and clean. That wasn't happening back in 2010 and 2011. That wasn't happening back then. If anything, back then the women were just engaged in verbally going against these dudes, and, you know, verbally trying to get at these dudes and stuff. Verbally. You know, the stuff that's happening now where they trying to be more feminine and all that, and so they can at least try to start winning. That wasn't even happening back then. You know what I mean? Okay, so the game has changed, but Jason Black never, you know, Jason Black never updated any of his shit. He just continues to talk about white supremacy, white. You know, the Mexicans are pushing you out, the Asians are pushing you out, the white people are gentrifying you out, the immigrants are pushing you. You know what I mean? And what it is niggas want to hear about more than just that. No, niggas don't want to just. Black folks don't just want to get on YouTube and talk about racism, white supremacy all day. That shit gets boring. Nowadays, you got niggas who want to talk about business, want to talk about stocks and bonds and bitcoins and shit, and starting businesses and trucking companies, and then buying land and then flipping real estate and stuff. That's what people are doing now. All that wasn't happening back in 2011. So people like Jason Black felt like he could walk around and talk shit to people that called in on the show and talk about them bad and call them dummies. And he used to call people jigaboons and shit. I remember that shit. Anybody who watched Jason Black back in the day, he used to love to call black people jigaboons. That's what he used to call black. He used to call them jigaboons. Like, what the, you know what I mean? He don't do that shit now. Okay? But he's still condescending and rude and shit. But, you know, he hasn't, you know, he hasn't, he hasn't upgraded shit. Okay? He hasn't upgraded anything. And then he wonders why he's stuck at 39K subscribers and can't get more. Can't get more. Number one, he's not appealing, but then You need to understand Jason Black's appeal is a limited audience, a limited group of people that fuck with him like that. You know, and there used to be people that used to just follow him on Facebook all the time. He had like some these Facebook lackeys, but I noticed a lot of them have fell off over the years and aren't fucking with him anymore. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's what it is. That's what it is Jason Black can't grow his channel. He don't know how to grow his channel. He can't grow because he's too far along at this point. He's basically stuck at 39K subscribers. I mean, he made his little movies and stuff. You know, that was fine. I was cool, you know, but you know, his growth is limited. You know what I mean? He can't draw the crowds like a Tariq or somebody like that. He doesn't have the charisma, and then he never wants to show his face. So a lot of people don't trust him because he doesn't want to show his face. Okay? Which brings me to the whole Kevin Samuels thing. He has a history of attacking people that don't even fuck with him. Okay? But then he wants to talk about Kevin Samuels. Why? Kevin Samuels don't even fuck with you like that, bro. He don't even fuck with you like that. But you want to talk about him? And that's another thing. Okay? Kevin Samuels is highly successful. Highly. Jason Black is not. And then don't get me started. There were some women on Lipstick Alley some years back who were exposing Jason Black. And they even showed some of his rental property that he owns in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and a lot of the shit look dilapidated and old. And he said he's this big business guy, but he's really like he rents out these little cheap ass houses in these poor areas and stuff. That's really what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like that's really what he's doing. You know. And for me, it's like, and like I said, Kevin is not responding to him. Kevin is not going to respond to him because Kevin don't have to because Kevin's successful. Hey, Kevin figure out what it was he had to do to grow his channel, and he did it. You know what I mean? I don't know who Kevin's producers or handlers are, but whoever they are, they're doing a good job for him. That's why he's making that money. But see, Jason Black never advanced past 39K subscribers. Never. Okay? He never went past that point. And he's wondering why. He's like, well, what's wrong with me? How come people don't want to come to my channel like that? What's wrong with me? And I think that bothers him. But at the same time, he's not making moves, and then so what he's doing is he's attacking the things that make him upset. He's attacking Kevin Samuels. You know what I mean? He's going against Kevin Samuels. Okay, because of his discontent. Because Kevin Samuels came on and got big numbers in the same time that took Jason Black like years to get. Kevin got that in like 1 or 2 months, in like less than a month. You know what I mean? And then for him to attack Kevin Samuels, why? Because Kevin Samuels says some good things about Thomas Sowell. That reminds me of BGS. BGS hates Thomas Sowell too. Why this visceral hatred for Thomas Sowell? Oh, he's a coon. Why is he a coon? Why? Because he has an alternative perspective on things. So, an alternative perspective makes you a coon, makes you somebody nobody should fuck with because you have an alternative perspective. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody should be berated in any situation just because they have an alternative perspective. Okay? Even if that perspective is bad, they should still be heard out so they can actually learn and change for the future. They can change their perspective. They don't have to stay stagnant. They don't have to stay the same. You know what I mean? But I'm getting off topic. Okay. You went in hard on Kevin. All Kevin is doing is promoting traditionalism in the family again. That's it. And that women should be, look nice for their husbands and make them dinner, and then the men should just go out and work and come home and bring home the bread. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with that? Because I don't see anything wrong with it. You know what I mean? The man just has an alternative perspective, and you attack him for that. He's a coon. Thomas Sowell is a coon. I've been hearing niggas throw that term around for years. How has it benefited anybody? How has it benefited anybody to call somebody a coon? Has anybody has made a lot of money off calling other people coons? No. Has anybody who started a business and created generational wealth after calling people coons? No. So then why do it? It's just a useless epithet. If you don't like a motherfucker, don't fuck with him. But you don't gotta talk about him at all. That's a waste of your breath. I don't talk about people I don't like or don't admire. Yeah, I leave them alone. I move on. You know what I mean? I leave them alone. Get the fuck on, and don't worry about it. You know what I mean? But that's just me. You know. I mean, that's just me. What do I know? You know. But Jason Black has spent years attacking people, going after people. Okay. And people have said that Jason Black is a conservative, but then he always attacks conservatives and said that they're all white racist and shit. That's why I say I don't take him seriously politically, because he's not politically savvy like that. He's just not. That's just not who he is. He's a shock jock, and all he know how to do is jump up and say the same thing over and over again and throw insults at people, call people stupid, and then go hide under a rock. That's all he knows how to do. You know what I mean? He don't know how to do anything else. Yeah, I mean, he don't know how to do anything else. That's why I say he a one trick pony. He hasn't changed since 2011. He said, I've been in the game 10 years, but you've stagnated for 10 years, bro. You're not even above 100K subscribers. You've made movies. You've done the you know what I mean? You've done speeches. You went and got Claude Anderson out there to do all kind of speeches and stuff for you, and you still at 39K subscribers? You done been all over the US and stuff. Meanwhile, other people come in somehow and they just jump over this nigga. I mean, they just jump over this nigga like a damn 500-meter hurdle in the Olympics. Like, fuck. You know what I mean? That's my thing. No. That's my issue with Jason Black. He do the same thing over and over again, looking for a different result, doesn't get a different result, then gets mad at people who innovate and pass him up. Like, that's some bitch shit. You know what I mean? But just let me know what y'all think, all right? I'm getting sleepy. You know, I take whatever time I can to make these videos and stuff for y'all, but, you know, when it's time to go to sleep, it's time to go to sleep. Let me know what y'all think. Get the likes up. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Peace.